Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda.
Stacy writes, hi, Keith and the Girl.
Hello, me.
Cat lover here, but I hope you keep reading.
That's Keith's problem.
We all got our things, I guess, right? I got hangups too. My friend Caroline, or Caroline, let's go with Caroline, recently bought me a book by one of your guests, Liz Mealy.
Ah, that's the best.
First, I want to say how much I highly recommend this book. It's so sweet and perfectly funny. Second, Carolyn insisted that I hear the episode where you had Liz talking about her book, and I fell in love.
I have fallen in love with Carolyn for years.
I've been looking for a podcast that I can listen to every day, and you are now the one.
Oh.
After just 1 week of listening, I signed up to your premium program. I'm listening to the entire back catalog from your first episode. It's going to take a bit. I also hear all the current episodes that come out.
Nice.
I am emailing you to say thank you to my friend Carolyn. I see podcast recommendations on social media, but it's too overwhelming to know where to begin. Carolyn knew to send me one episode, and I fell in love at first listen. Thank you for your, in parentheses, holy shit, thousands of episodes that keep me entertained all day long at work. Will you marry me? All the love from your big new fan, Stacy.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Stacy. And a special thanks to Carolyn.
Right.
Sharing the episode. Very nice.
And I'll check with Kyle if we can get married. I saw a tweet from the great Sue Costello that I was included in. That's how I saw it, of course. I don't want to. Let me be clear. I follow her on all platforms. Okay, you don't have to add me for me to follow what Sue Costello is up to. She's been on Keith and the Girl before. You can check that out at / Sue Costello. She's been on Diamond Dogs, not explaining herself the same. So I see this tweet, and she wrote, "They said it out loud. Tom Sherman said it in a pitch meeting." So I looked up Tom Sherman. He's the senior executive vice president at CBS.
And is he being at Tom?
No, he must not be on Twitter, because if you're on Twitter, they did at you. For example, at Alec Baldwin told me I scared the shit out of him. Colin Farrell. David O. Russell, too. David O. Russell did The Fighter. She was one of the crackhead sisters in The Fighter. So
such a good movie, by the way, if I may recommend The Fighter.
I think it's Sue Costello's movie. And so we have Tom Sherman, Alec Baldwin, Colin Farrell, David O. Russell, all saying she scares the shit out of these people. Keith Malley said it to me. Now, what I'm guessing she's referring to, is when she was on Keith and the Girl, she was shitting on CBS and the powers that be. And I said, does that scare you? Did you at least take a second to go, this could hurt my career, whether I'm right or wrong. I don't seem easy to work with. And she was shocked. She said, why would she be scared? And I said, well, I would take pause. And she goes, that's how we're different. I'm not scared. And she started tweeting how brave I was to admit I was scared and that she wasn't. Now it turns into, I just went up to her and said, I'm scared of you, which you would think would be a flag, assuming that was true, right? So all these people, and Keith said it to me. I never knew why they were scared. They keep me close so I don't see. 2020 made me see.
Wait, you're keeping her close so she doesn't see?
Yeah, I don't know. Or that's a different thought. And the baddies tried to hide it from me. But it really sounds like it's me and Alec Baldwin and David O. Russell, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
We didn't want her to know we're scared of her, so we kept her close like we're friends, but we were really scared of her. Scared of what?
Well, that's next level. We got to figure that out. You unpeel like an onion.
Yeah, there's just never, ever comments after it.
You like the follow-up. You do like the follow-up.
I almost love the follow-up more than the original thing. You just need the original thing.
Yeah, you do like part 2s of movies. You won't stop seeing sequels. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So if you're new to Keith and the Girl and you want to check out keithandthegirl.com/Sue Costello, maybe you'll learn something I'm not seeing. And I do want to mention this. This is actually neither here nor there. BetterHelp. Get therapy. 2021, mental health is finally a thing. So many people struggling right now. Coronavirus, the state of the world. Everything's happening. Then you got your personal problems. Therapy helps. Whatever you need. It's time to stop being ashamed of normal human struggles. Start feeling better. You deserve to be happy. Come on.
It's funny
Customize.
that we were big shamers of this. Like, you're going to go to a stranger and tell them our problems and issues.
Yeah.
And the reason why we were shamed into that is because nobody was admitting that they had any problems and issues. So people were going out into the world pretending like home was a fairy tale, which just can't be. And then you got to live like that with these lies. So it's funny that we could be shamed into not telling people like, oh, the other day I ate ice cream and here's how I felt about it.
Yeah.
What?
BetterHelp is customized online therapy, offers video, phone, live chat sessions. You don't have to be on the screen if you're shy at first or forever. But if that's your problem, tell them. Maybe they can work on that. The podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and Keith and the Girl listeners get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com, H-E-L-P, betterhelp.com/KATG.
And I'll tell you what, after you go to therapy, I bet our show is funnier.
Yeah, because you're smarter.
Yeah, you get it.
Right. By the way, I just saw this is exciting news. The first color aerial images of Mars's surface is online. You can see it right now.
Now, how did this happen?
NASA went up there and took aerial photographs of Mars, and we can see it in color.
Are there a bunch of dudes walking around there with their penises out?
Nope, it's just brown land. Fascinating stuff. But congrats to everybody.
That book was wrong.
It doesn't. What's the book?
Men Are From Mars.
Oh, okay.
It was a long way to Mars, and it was a long way to that joke, but I had to do it.
I see. Fascinating stuff, though. It's brown. I really thought we knew that, but okay. All right. How
you sure know how to shit on NASA, like in your own special way.
They put it on their front page, like, look, brown. I know you're not doing nothing. I assumed you were working on stuff.
Oh my God. A bunch of people are out there crying, which is, again, why we need therapy, because Keith, you are so triggering.
You should put me. Okay, NASA. I'm available for consultation. Picture astronauts, scientists, hangers-ons. I'm in the room and they go, we want to get an aerial shot of Mars. And I'll go, it's brown. Now that would save 80 billion right there, I think.
My favorite is that you're wearing your Harvard shirt while you're saying that with the sleeves cut off.
They came with the sleeves off, Kenda.
Do you know that you had that shirt from before we started the podcast?
Yeah, I had it before I knew you.
I know.
I dated somebody and we went to Harvard to see her brother, and I'm in the gift shop. She wasn't pleased, by the way, that I bought it because she didn't think I earned it, but they charged the same $25. So I thought it's fine.
I think that, and we know better now because we're not, in our 20s dating people, but if you are bothered by Keith buying a shirt of a college that he's not attending, you really need to break up with him right then. And I'm not saying who's right. I think she's right. Maybe. I don't know. I think the whole thing is stupid. But if you're annoyed, as soon as you're annoyed, they should break up with you. That is not going away.
Right. I mean, first of all, it was her idea to go to Harvard. So really, she has to make sure that I'm having fun too. And if I found a toy that makes me have fun, you let that person have it. If it was vice versa, I would have let her get any shirt she wanted.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you didn't study to be a lawyer at Harvard.
I don't know what I did. I had a lot of majors. I kind of like my dad was Oxford, Yale, and Princeton. I did many majors. Space colors I took. I'm good at that. I mean, nobody told them it's going to be brown. Okay. Yeah. You ever see them? These guys high-fiving each other, oh, we found a new element. Were they really excited? They're like, oh, it's brown. I mean, we knew, but like to know is great. And then you go home and you tell your wife, like, hey, I'm a fucking scientist at NASA. Oh, what'd you say? It's brown, honey. Maybe
you go home and tell your husband.
Yeah, either way, they're gone fucking your friends. So don't worry if it's a wife or a husband.
You're the worst. Yes. You're the worst. You can't, nobody could be excited about a movie or fucking finding out a picture of Mars, like actually going there.
Oh, we'll get to Mortal Kombat, but go on.
Yeah, no one can be excited around you. You'll let them know exactly why what they did means nothing, felt like nothing, and should just be dismissed.
When did we go to the moon? In the 60s? I don't have a calculator. That's 8,000 years ago. There should be a house by now. There should be a house on the moon. This is silly. This is silly. Like, do you know the percentage that goes to space research compared to other things isn't much? I didn't know it was any.
Keith, when you were like 14, did you take your shoe off and put it to your ear and go, I should be able to talk into this by now? I should be able to. What year is it? This should
Right.
happen.
Yeah. Well, I did have the Sports Illustrated football phone. That was pretty cool.
Mm.
But what can I tell you? I just saw a poll from CBS, fairly, I'd say, neutral when it comes to their news. It's not 24-hour news cycle. It was Face the Nation. They polled people from different parties, Republicans, Democrats, Independents. What did you think about the Derek Chauvin guilty verdict? And they know people are stupid, so it's very simple. Do you think it was right? Do you think it was wrong? 90% of Democrats believe it was right, that he should be charged on all 3 counts. 10% thinking that it was wrong. 54% of Republicans thought it was right. 46 thinking it was wrong. And then independent, 75 and 25%, a little in the middle.
Wait, 75 it was correct?
75 think it was correct, of independents, 25 that they don't. 46 now I really am in a bubble here, because I was sure that whether you were a cop, whether you were a civilian, whether you're left wing, whether you're right wing, you saw the video and you saw it was murder. And 46% of a political party can say that Derek Chauvin should not have been found guilty.
I love that you're surprised by this.
I am. There's some, don't people say, we have more in common. If don't look at people as a group, look at them individually, and we have more in common with each other. No, we don't. 46% of one group versus 10% of another group think this thing that affected the world. What?
Yeah.
I'm serious, Kenda.
Yeah, that's true. It's hard not to be serious about that.
And I told I was saying this to one of my brothers, and they happen to be Republican, and they go, well, those are, and he understands, he believes, he's on my side, saying, thank goodness the verdict went the way that it did. But he goes, well, when it comes to a poll, those are the extremists. And I'd really rather be on the extremists where we're pussies, I guess.
I don't know but that you can't just decide that the poll is extremists.
Right.
No, they're just asking a question.
Holy
I
Christ.
think, the United States are divided.
Oh, fucking, I'm reading the story. Wonder Woman, or the woman that plays her anyway, Gal Gadot, of her?
I heard you say her name before.
She was on the Jimmy Kimmel. This isn't political, just insane. She said she cut part of her finger off by accident. She said, in the early days of the pandemic, when you start drinking mimosas or sangria at 11 in the morning. So I did that. Then I decided I'm going to make a cabbage salad. Then she says how she accidentally sliced the tip of her finger off.
Okay.
She's drunk. Okay. The husband was there, was so shocked and disgusted seeing a piece of finger, he threw it in the garbage disposal. This is the planet we're living on. People are like that.
But this is
I might need that. It's 2021. I'm a millionaire. I might have been able to use that.
Oh my God. Nothing bad has ever happened to her husband.
Right. I'm kind of known for my looks. Can you get that out of there? I think it's gone, honey. Oh God. Did you think it was going to crawl around? Like a little inchworm? Oh God. I mean, how do you look at your husband the same? Never mind. You don't want your husband to just be out there and jumping into every fight possible. But there is something you want to look at your husband and feel safe. Oh God, your finger! You're gonna get into a fight. The husband's gonna start punching you. He's not gonna know what to do.
I mean, that's possible. You would like to think that either person in the couple can control themselves when there's an emergency situation,
Yeah.
not just fucking flip out. Only one gets to flip out at a time. If you're both
Right.
flipping out, fingers get put into the disposal.
I throw your finger in the disposal. I look at you and you go, feel better, honey? Because
Also,
sometimes it's psychosomatic. If she sees the finger cut off.
but I want to know like how quick everything happened. Took the finger, threw it down the disposal, and then you have to turn it on, right?
Yeah. Is she like, no, 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 no? He's like, oh God, yes. Bzzzt. Okay.
If it goes away, it'll stop bleeding.
Oh my Lord. Oh, the whole world. I'm telling you. Speaking of which, I
Mm.
went to the movie theaters for the first time since the pandemic.
Scary?
No, I went at 2:30 p.m. on a Saturday, and nobody knows that there's movies that time. Everybody thinks there's movies Fridays and Saturday evenings. That's all they know. And I was the only one.
Wow.
But when I left for the 4 or 5 o'clock movies, there was a little line at the concession. Nobody apart from each other. Masks, but not apart from each other.
Are you comfortable buying popcorn? Do you usually buy popcorn?
I did buy popcorn actually. But I was the only one there. And they give you the large one. They're happy you're there. They give you the large soda. It's just me. When I was done, there was barely a dent in the popcorn, and you would have thought it was a fresh soda. And I thought I was being a pig.
Oh, you don't know how to do that stuff, right?
Well, I suppose not. But I live close to a theater. Got there just in time. I had Run P ready. I was very, very excited. The movie I saw was called Nobody. It's the new one with Bob Odenkirk.
Oh, because Nomad's Land did so good that now they're starting all movies with no.
I'm like, maybe this is the one that they tried on.
What is it called? Nobody? With who?
No, but I'm Nobody. Like Nobody. Bob Odenkirk. You know him as Better Call Saul.
Is that
I know him
BoJack?
as the comedian from Mr. Show.
Oh no, that's the other
No,
one. Okay,
stop
I know
guessing
him.
and just go with what I tell you. Okay.
I know Better Call Saul. Okay.
All right.
But you have to admit, similar a little to BoJack.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could see that.
Okay.
The sarcastic, slow way of talking, that kind of thing.
Also, there's only like so many faces in Hollywood, and some of them start blending.
I'm with you.
Thank you. Okay.
What? Do you remember those when they would morph one face into another face, and that was the new technology?
Yeah.
Where you're like, yeah, they look like everybody.
Yeah. I think what they're doing is just actually doing that.
Right. Anyway, this guy, by the way, he does take on the Russian mob. He's a nobody. It seems his house gets broken into. He ends up feeling like a pussy. Turns out he's actually a trained assassin.
No, what are you saying the whole movie about? What is wrong with you? It's still in the movie theaters where no wasn't allowed.
Right. This is the thing with Henda. She will not know about this movie at all, no matter what. Never mind, all that is understood ahead of time.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
It shouldn't be.
Well, it is.
Why do we go to the movie if we already know what the twist is?
You got to know something, right?
No.
Well, that's what happens. And he does it good.
As you were talking, I'm deleting it from my brain. I have no idea what you just said, and now I can't listen to this episode ever until I watch that movie. It sounds nice.
Well,
don't tell me what happens again. I don't know why it sounds nice because I already forgot.
Okay, he defeats the anti-Russian.
No, la la la.
All right. Can I tell you about Mortal Kombat on TV?
Yes, you can tell me about that, and I don't understand how that became a thing.
It's on HBO and it's in movie theaters now. And that it was actually, I don't know how much they limit the theater now, but when I left the theater, I saw this was sold out. At least
actually,
2 times.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat had some cool shit in it. The outfits were fun, and then they say things like "finish him." Right? I'm in the right one.
That's
and
right.
And they like take out the heart, and then while it's bleeding, the guy kind of waves and then drops down, and you're like, "I won."
Yeah, like Scorpion. He's Japanese, but he says, "Get over here." Like he took the time to learn that in English, even though he's fighting Sub-Zero, a Chinese person. But anyway.
Yes, and then he whips him, and then the whip brings him over, and he says, "Get over here."
Yes.
Yeah.
What a terrible movie.
What? From a video game?
You know what? This is the thing. This world all around would be a utopia if people didn't lie about things they don't have to lie about.
Okay.
don't act like that Mars picture all brown is exciting. And when this Mortal Kombat movie is good, Craig, when this Mortal Kombat movie is terrible, I mean, I don't say it's great.
Shots fired, Craig.
It's not Craig. It's not great. It makes no fucking sense. We have to be in a tournament to if they win one more time in a Earth loses one more time in a Mortal Kombat tournament, they have to give over Earth to the demons. Okay, that's all I need. So you wait until the tournament and you solve things. Actually, I'm the bad guy. I'm going to kill the people ahead of time. Okay, or do that. No one gives a fuck. Nothing makes sense. How do people get their superpowers? Oh, they get them in a special temple of holiness. Okay, that's all you had. What are your superpowers? Whatever the video game said. Nothing has to make sense. Maybe if you get angry enough, you get a superpower. You get lasers in your eyes, or you get a spinning hat. You don't know what you're going to get. Nothing makes sense. And you said it's great. And then he said,
oh boy,
my one-time friend said this to me. He goes, my friend from way back, but not now, said this to me. That what do you expect? It was a video game movie. Have you ever heard anything dumber?
I think I have. We've had guests on that I wasn't very.
I think throwing out your wife's finger because it grossed you out is smarter. Not smart, smarter. There's no writer that knows how to write a video game movie. It's impossible because they focused on the action. I go, Craig, we could have wrote this. And he goes, yeah, you're right. Okay, then can we lower the word great? That's why we get shit, because you guys rate it's great. And I get why, because then you feel like you wasted your time. You're the idiot. No, they're the idiots. They put out shit. You shouldn't have known better. So you didn't know better.
You're saying you don't blame.
Fun going, a superpower's a spinning hat. Wouldn't that have been fun to do? But instead, you got to keep your lie together and go, I didn't expect Oscar worthy. Well, I didn't expect a kick in the dick. But here we are. I'm on the ground and you're a fucking liar. Raiden's like, oh, I can't interfere. I'm a god. I could save the whole day. Then later he interferes and saves people. They go, Raiden, I thought you couldn't interfere. He looks at the camera and winks. Okay, but never mind. You let that one guy with the spinning hat die. Spoiler, he dies. Why'd you do that? Don't worry about it, Keith. It's not Oscar rating.
You can't say spoiler after.
I don't know the rules. They're marked by, you know, when you get taken to the tournament, you know how you know? You have
somebody says, get over here.
You have a birthmark. The birthmark is the Mortal Kombat logo. It's a dragon, an obvious dragon and a circle on your arm. All these people, they grew up being like, that's a weird birthmark. It's a dragon. Ask a doctor. Your birthmark, that's weird. It's a fucking dragon. I don't wait until somebody comes through a teleport and tells me what's up, but right now it's a weird birthmark of a perfectly shaped dragon.
But what if it is? Why is that? It's so mad.
It's so dumb. And you can only fight in the tournament unless you have that mark. Unless, of course, you kill somebody with that mark. Now you have the mark. What if like a dweeb accidentally hits somebody in a DUI? Now he's like, I got to fight the International Space Tournament. I was drunk. Let me tell you, Milo. I ran over somebody with a dragon birthmark by accident. I go to jail, of course. My license suspended. That's half my fucking problem. Now I gotta go to Outworld and fight a 400-pound, four-armed Jabba the Hutt motherfucker.
But do you get special things happen to you? Like
if I get angry in the Holy Temple, then yeah, maybe I can kick sideways. You know, I could shoot a fireball. Yeah, if I hopefully I make it there in time. They're like, what's your power? It's like I don't know. I just got in a drunk driving accident. And they're like, I don't like your drunk driving, but you're on our side. Let's train a little bit, you know. Oh, my God. It's a great movie. Stop it. Behave. Craig. Craig also told me he sees this movie. I mean, maybe he's just so smart. He can go like, I am now in game movie mode. Click. This guy saw the movie Mother. And I go, I don't know what happened in it. He goes, it was about the Bible, duh. And I go, did you read that after the fact? He goes, no, it was obvious. This scene represented Cain and Abel. This represented Noah. So obviously, let me tell you something, Craig. You're a genius. So how is this movie great? I'm accepting new friends. I have a spot open. Shame on you. Who's that lie for? It was great. Who is that lie for? I was the only one you were talking to. That's not it. We weren't even playing that game. Why did you lie?
I'm accepting new friends.
Yes. There's a small circle. Being my friend is not overwhelming.
It is overwhelming because every Wednesday night we go and chat.
Uh-huh.
And you yell at Craig for something.
Yeah.
So it's a little challenging, the spot that you freed up.
You said the movie Arrival was great. I fell asleep during it.
It's not for everybody.
Apparently it is. If Mortal Kombat is great, everything's for everybody.
Does somebody have to do anything to qualify to take the spot? Hate movies.
They have to
hate
kill somebody with a
cats.
dragon tattoo.
They have to find something bad about everything except for the Sixth Sense.
Right.
And what was that Hitler movie? The Jessica Rabbit. Sorry, Jojo
Jessica
Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit. JJ Rabbit. This was also very good. Chicago 7. I saw that this year. That was good.
Okay.
So you can be my friend and still like things. You just can't be a goddamn liar. Okay. My brother saw it too. He goes, it started good in the beginning. I'm like, no, it started. Nothing hurts us when it starts. Then it sucked. Well, when I turned it on, it was fine. Let's go over the Oscars. I'm in a mood.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now, Kenda filled out a ballot, as
Yes,
did I.
I did.
All right.
Yes.
I'll tell you who won.
Yeah. Well, first of all,
I'll tell you the actual winners.
Xerxes and I both filled out ballots.
Yes.
We both had no idea what any of these movies are, except for Why can't I say this movie? Say it.
You're not supposed to. Your brain's doing you a favor.
Okay.
Nomad land, like being a nomad.
And I also know from you that it's already won a bunch of awards.
It's funny to me because it's won all these awards, except the actress doesn't win the award. It's just her walking around a desert for 2 hours. Of course,
Right.
Cinematography wins. They were able to go somewhere I wasn't and take a picture of sunset. It was pretty. It's a trick, folks. It was just funny that the actress it was all about never won.
That's the thing. So I definitely gave her, I marked her down for winning the Oscar for this one, just in hopes that she would, because I thought she was amazing. And I filled out the whole ballot not knowing one thing. And I gave myself 100. Yeah.
Wow.
It says score. It says fill in your name and your score. And so I did that. I also didn't notice that it has the Rotten Tomatoes scores right next to it. That
Right.
I couldn't tell if it was helpful or hurtful.
Yes.
And I wasn't sure if like looking at it would be cheating. So I'm trying not to look at it for no reason. And also Xerxes started talking shit saying he's gonna do a better job than me. And he knows I think less. So we have a bet going. I get a foot massage if I get more. And he gets a back massage if he gets more. And he's like, so I win either way. And I'm like, yeah, it's a fun bet.
Oh, look at that. Well,
tell us who's getting what tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern.
You both got 5 points each.
Yeah. Are you serious?
Yes.
Did you tell him this yet?
No.
Oh, that's funny. We're doing both.
All right.
That's so funny.
I got 7 points. Thank you.
You only got 7 and you watch all of this?
I didn't know any of this shit either. I really didn't know any of these
Really?
movies. Maybe I heard of them, but no, I didn't see them. They all look boring. They all look
like
boring.
30 questions here. You got 7, right?
Yeah. Okay. Best picture. Nomadland.
What? They already got that for something else.
Best director. Nomadland.
What?
Best
This
actress.
already happened. Why do we need separate awards then?
This is the big one.
Okay, best actress. That's for me.
Frances McDormand, Nomadland.
This whole thing was worth it.
Congrats.
I'm very excited.
That's the big winners. Now, I'm watching this, and the host starts, and they always have to tell you so you don't think Hollywood's hypocrites. They say, "Hey, here we are. We've all been tested. We've all been vaccinated. She says it out of order, though. We've all been vaccinated. We've all been tested. We've all been, behaving. Think of it like a film set. And she's really talking to us, but she's talking to the actors, the audience. And she said, the audience that's there, which is the actors. And she says, so like a film set, when we're filming, masks are off. But when we're not, and the camera's not on, masks on, right, guys? It's like,
What?
What are the fucking rules?
No, if I'm in this and my mask is off, my mask is off.
Right.
Wait, was it, what did it look like? I have no idea. Was it in a theater? Were people sitting next to each other?
It was weird. It was small. It was the people, you could tell groups are separated, but they're very close to each other, but they're separated, almost like diner booths.
Okay.
And yeah, and it definitely had a weird feeling. They're definitely going back to big theaters after this for sure. But
is there
sometimes they didn't clap, like somebody would say something like, and your first nominee is this, and they would clap, second nominee, and they would clap. But sometimes maybe the audience just isn't paying attention because it came back from commercial, and the first person doesn't get a clap, and then after that they're like, oh, I guess we don't clap. So then there's some categories with no clapping and just silence, and that's very strange. Maybe because they're not filling in with people who are actually excited to see these people. These are just other actors. But they had Sacha Baron Cohen and his wife or girlfriend, Isla Fisher. They were in Sydney. They're on camera. A lot of people are on camera. And you could tell as they're talking about him for Chicago 7. He couldn't tell what's going on. He's like making a face and looking around like he points to himself, me, and they're talking about him and the other nominees. Now, he didn't win, but he could just figure out that other people are clapping. He just starts clapping, but you could tell he doesn't know why. Huh. They don't got Zoom figured out, I guess. I don't know. But the whole thing was weird. They had the host, it sounded like the host voice, but going into commercial said, Don Cheadle will be up next. He does a great impression of Christopher Walken. Will he do it tonight? And I'm like, well, of course. That's your big tease? Yeah. And I'm like, well, of course he will. Let's see how that gets forth. Guess what? He didn't. Oh. Why was it brought up? He didn't because nothing was planned. So why would he? Hey, I hope you do that impression. I don't think it really fits here at all. Well, damn, I did tease. Okay. Whatever you want. I saw that he could tie a cherry stem in a knot in his mouth. Let's see if he does it. Oh, he didn't do it. He took this serious. Okay. I didn't expect that. You got to ask him first. There's no reason for him to. And they didn't have like any tripods. Everything was shaking. I needed Dramamine. What is going on? This is a whole production. Nobody gave a fuck. Yeah. I don't know. It was strange. Oh, yeah. Was there a red carpet? Yeah, I didn't see it, but yes, I understood there was. People are masked during this. I don't. Celebrities have like celebrity. Everybody knows the rules. You can take off your mask when you're interviewing, but when you're not, please, people, wear your mask. Then they did this segment. This is like close to the end, but there's still more awards to go. Where somebody came out. You might see this trending. What's her name? I'm totally gonna get this, so no worries. Okay. Just give me one hint. She was up for a Razzie and an Oscars for the same role. Drew Barrymore. Glenn Close. Very good. Glenn Close. So good. Both international superstars. So anyway, you might have saw Glenn Close trending, and if you did, here's why. This guy, Questlove is spinning. This guy comes out and starts going, we're going to play a game now with the audience. Okay. And right there I go, I know at home watching by myself, I'm like, this isn't going to work. None of this shit ever works. It's never funny. It's not clever. Whatever he's going to do is going to be stupid. He said, Questlove is going to play a song. You're going to tell me if that song won an Oscar, was nominated for an Oscar, or didn't win an Oscar. Oh, no. That's so mean. This is just sad. Yeah. Oh, God. Like in the past, you're going to bring up my movie again. And it's like, remember when you thought you were going to win an Oscar? Right. You didn't. Right. So he goes.
You know what
I'm gonna.
this is like? Sorry, it's
Mhm.
like this is what happens in a warm up before a show.
Right.
Somebody comes out, they play little games just to kind of get you surrounded by people, but not during the actual show.
And now all I can think. Okay, is this planned? Because this is horrible if it's planned. It's even more horrible if it's not planned. Do you have marks already? So he gives the microphone to somebody, and they do a little, back and forth. But the person happens to swear, and so you don't hear it at home at all. Is Purple Rain? Turns out it was not nominated. Great, now we know.
That's so sad.
You find somebody else. The Last Dance, Donna Summer. The Last Dance. The Last Dance. I'm doing it pretty good.
So let's dance. The
Yes.
last dance.
Yes. That won. Okay. That was fun. Now he goes, let me find somebody else. Both these people were young. Let me find somebody else. Oh, Glenn Close. What's Glenn Close going to be up to? Now already. Now, before he goes, I'll pick you. Here's a second microphone. I'll pick you. Here's a microphone. He goes, now Glenn Close. She was already given the microphone. And he happened to already pass her, this icon that you don't ignore. So he goes, okay, do you know this song? And it's Doing the Butt. Doing what? And she goes, and he goes, that's not fair, that one. She goes, no, actually, I shout out to Sugar Bear. I know this one. Let me think. It was in the movie School Days because that was Spike Lee. I'm going to say it was not nominated. Oh, my God. Old as fuck. Glenn Close knows Doing the Butt. They're like, that is correct. All these facts. I didn't expect that. And he goes, but I bet you can't do it, and starts to walk away. And she goes, oh, I can. And I guess you just move your ass back and forth. And the whole place goes nuts, and everybody. I'm like, this was obviously planned and so stupid, but everybody seemed to love it.
Oh, I did see people saying randomly the butt.
Yeah, that was it. That's why you saw the butt was number one.
Wow.
Of course she knew ahead of time. Of course it was all planned.
But what a stupid plan. But you know what? Fuck us, because it did trend. It did exactly what it's supposed to do. Now everyone thinks they're having a good time, which they are, because if you think you're having a good time, I guess you are.
But they aren't. Again,
Oh,
more
boy.
lying. They're not. I think it's the cool thing to say an old lady danced, and she should know that song because it's a black song. Yay, I loved it. You did not love it. The setup with those two people was way too long just to get to the third person.
Agreed.
The whole thing was dumb, and you know it.
And they had writers for this, right?
Yes, of course they did.
Okay.
Of course they did. In memoriam, a lot of people died. DMX was listed, by the way, but a lot of people died this year. That it went so fast.
Wait, but I thought it was 2020, so wouldn't DMX be next year?
And people get upset. They're like, just put him the fuck in.
Okay.
We don't need the hassle. Yeah, there is some cutoff, but they weren't having it.
Hmm.
They're like, no thanks.
Does he also get to put in next year because it's 2021?
I would think so. That's what I'm petitioning.
Okay.
So then they do Best Picture, and I'm like, well, I think did I zone out? Because they didn't get to Best Male Actor, Best Female Actor. They did Best Picture. That's always the last one. I was confused. So I start looking it up online, and of course everybody's like, what? So anyway, it goes to Nomadland. Now you're waiting for Best Man and Best Woman. But that's so weird, not just because it's weird. You make Best Picture last because that's the most exciting thing. And also, it includes a lot of people. It's not man or woman. Now, because it's man and woman, obviously men are more important than women. So the man is last. So it's picture, then woman, then man. The man happened to be Anthony Hopkins for the movie The Father. Anthony Hopkins didn't show up. The show ends with, he can't make it here today, but we accept on his behalf. Thanks for coming. Credits.
Wow.
Well, that's why you do Best Movie, because, at least 3 of the 50 people that worked on this movie will be there to accept.
It's a crescendo.
Yes. You get it. You know music. That's exactly what it is. Anyway, Best Actor, Anthony Hopkins. Actress was this woman, Yoo Jung-yoon, for Minari. I haven't seen that. Actor supporting role, Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and the Black Messiah. Original screenplay, Promising Young Woman.
What is Judas and the Black Messiah? That seems very popular.
I don't know. I would know if my girlfriend didn't say we're going to see it eventually, and then it went off HBO, but that's neither here nor there. We're having a fun day today. Adapted screenplay, The Father. Animated feature, Soul. Documentary, My Octopus Teacher. No.
I knew.
Wait.
Oh,
Oh,
damn
yeah,
it.
Soul. I'm not sure about documentary I got right. My Octopus Teacher.
Okay, you want to know why? Because I remember picking My Octopus Teacher, and I picked it because Netflix couldn't stop showing me this. And I'm like, I'm not interested in something called My Octopus Teacher,
Right.
especially if it's a documentary. Like, ugh, I don't
Right.
know. It sounds so awful. And I'm like, they pushed this hard enough that enough people watched it enough so that enough people liked it. So I voted for it.
Right. Visual effects went to Tenet, which I didn't see it, but I know they go in the past and a bunch of shit happened, so I had to assume it'd be that. It was. Those are the big ones. Cinematography did not go to Nomadland. It went to Mank. Very exciting stuff.
Do you know what Mink is?
I tried watching it. Craig thought it was great. It's about the writer of Citizen Kane.
Okay.
It was going. It's in black and white. It's deliberately old timey, and I can give a fuck.
Okay. I'm gonna guess that I might have. I don't know whose taste I have more, Craig's or yours, or maybe something in the middle.
You don't think everything's great?
No, I
it's
don't.
Not Craig. So it's not Craig's.
Okay, that's where we are in your friendship.
Craig could be my friend again.
Oh boy.
On the following condition:
peanut M&Ms
peanut
without the red
M&Ms
ones.
without the red ones, so that I know he cares in the first place and is listening to my requests. And the second one is you have to tell me 10 movies that aren't great, and you can look online for help.
Okay, 10 that aren't great.
Just 10 movies that aren't great. Okay. And you don't even get to add at the end, but somebody might like them. This is just your opinion, and you don't get to add that.
I cannot wait for Wednesday night's chat.
Let's talk about the poll we put up recently. It was about show 3,398. By the way, this Carolyn or Stacy, they got some work to do. 3,398, 1 minute at a time, it was called. And the poll was the person cheating? Ken, did you want to quickly remind us of that story?
Yeah, so there was a person in one of those mailboxes, et cetera, or whatever, where you mail stuff, but then sometimes there's a computer that you can use by the minute. So you could use the computer and the internet by the minute. This person was on the computer, email open, like maybe 3 paragraphs in the email. The email was not anything like Gmail, Yahoo, AOL, nothing that you would recognize, not even for an old thing. She was wearing some sort of like athleisure, like Lululemon, fresh baby in a carriage next to her, and a phone that was fine. Like it didn't run out of anything. It was a usable phone with the internet and everything. Why is she on a computer checking email?
And she happened to be, and the email you said that she's using happens to be something you've never heard of. It's not Google Mail. It's not even AOL Mail.
Right.
Something next level. I assume that she's cheating. So the poll was, is this person cheating for sure, or it could be something else? And both on our forums and on our Reddit page, 50-50, exactly, was the results. This person writes, myself, 118 on Reddit, my first thought was domestic violence, which I did also think about when I heard this show back. But then I went, nah, she's cheating. My first thought was domestic violence, but I'm a social worker, so my first thought is usually worst case. Especially with the new baby. Some people see a new baby as a time to start over, a chance to escape. You know what I realized also? This question, it's a Rorschach test.
It seems that way because I started thinking, what does that make me? I didn't even think this person's cheating, not right away. I'm like, what, is she a spy? And then I did it because I thought like you can cheat without having to go to mailboxes, et cetera, right? And then duh, like that's so much smarter to do it that way. And I also didn't think abusive. So like, what does it make me that I thought this is how spies do things?
Right. Now it's like if you're writing a long email. Yeah, she had to write a long email. Like somebody brought up, maybe she doesn't have a printer. Sometimes I go to but she's writing this long email there, which is weird during a pandemic.
Yeah, some people don't have a printer. That's a thing. but why aren't you on like Gmail or Yahoo? Like, what is this extra special kind of
Yeah.
outside, like an email that Xerxes has never seen before? I mean, come on.
Right. Hasha84 says she could be doing a catfish or running some kind of mail scam. And I said, yeah, mail scam, MALE. Hasha says she's been intercepting all the 50s that your dad's been trying to send you, Keith. Give her a shake. See what jingles.
That's so
See what
funny.
jingles. Oh my God.
That was the best one.
I didn't even catch it at first.
It's so funny.
Right. Hey, what's going on Wednesday? It's your anniversary. You thought I didn't know, right?
It's 2 years, me and Xerxes are romantically together.
All right.
Yeah. And it's
How
funny.
long has it been scientifically together?
Well, we've just known each other for over a decade. So
Okay.
yeah. So like every time some kind of social media or my actual phone is like, hey, you want to see what happened today, over the years, he's in at least one of them. So
right.
yeah. So it's 2 years of us. We've done a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. As it's nice that they show you the pictures. It's like, oh yeah, I remember before the pandemic, we were doing shit.
Well, sounds like you guys have your plans, right? Your dual massages.
That's for tonight. But Wednesday, we're gonna keep. We're moving the anniversary. Wednesday, there's we do so much work on Wednesday, and then there's the chat party. So we're just gonna join the chat party and celebrate there. Maybe have a little extra weed that night, and then
Oh.
we're moving it to Saturday where we actually celebrate.
All right. Well, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
And thank you all for sharing this episode. That's a big deal. Of course, drop a review online wherever you hear this from. If it's Apple, for example, give that baby 5 stars. Start typing stuff. We haven't said that in a long time.
Right.
So it helps, makes you give that a go. And more importantly, for your sanity and to live in a better world, stop saying things are great when they're not.
KeithAndTheGirl.com